have been involved in a private family practice now for over 30 years. For the first 23 years, I did everything possible to keep my patients from taking nutritional supplements. After all, this is how I was trained at the University of Colorado Medical School. Even though I did not receive much training in nutrition during my medical school years, I certainly remember my professors telling us that supplements only created expensive urine. They insisted that patients only needed to eat a healthy diet to receive nutrients necessary for optimal health. 17 years ago, I began to research the medical literature and the scientific studies to learn if there were really any health benefits for my patients who took high-quality, complete and balanced nutritional supplements. This was certainly not something I heard from the pharmaceutical reps who were always invading my office. This is something I had to research on my own. In this medical series, I will be presenting the medical evidence that demands a verdict. Should you be taking nutritional supplements? These medical minutes will allow you an easy, convenient way to learn how to become proactive in protecting your health or possibly even regaining it. In the process of creating energy within the furnace or the fireplace of a cell, occasionally a charged oxygen molecule called a free radical is created. A free radical is an oxygen molecule that has at least one unpaired electron in its outer orbit. This literally gives the molecule an electrical charge, which creates very rapid movement as it tries to find an electron from the tissue that's around it. If it is not readily neutralized by an antioxidant, it can go on to damage the cell wall, the vessel wall, proteins, fats, and yes, even the DNA nucleus of the cell. The medical and scientific literature has shown us beyond a shadow of a doubt that the root cause of over 100 chronic degenerative diseases is the result of oxidative stress from these excessive free radicals. These are diseases like heart disease, diabetes, strokes, cancer, arthritis, Alzheimer's dementia, macular degeneration, MS, lupus, and the list goes on and on. You will learn in future medical minutes why taking nutritional supplements gives you the best opportunity to prevent or delay these degenerative diseases. As a physician, I really did not think too much about whether the nutritional supplements my patients were taking actually dissolved or not. All of the drugs I prescribed, whether or not they were brand name or generic, were required to follow what is called USP, or U.S. Pharmacopeia standards. This means that the quality and dissolution of the tablet was regulated. This is not true for the nutritional supplement industry. Again, it is basically an unregulated industry. When I was doing research for my book, What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine, which was published by Thomas Nelson in 2002, I found a study done at the University of Maryland. Here, 9 prescription prenatal vitamins were studied. Researchers did not look at what was in the tablet. They simply looked at whether the tablet dissolved or not. To my amazement, only 3 of the 9 prescription prenatal vitamins dissolved. What good does it do to have the right nutrients in the right amounts if your tablet doesn't even dissolve? You are just wasting your money. It is imperative that any supplements you choose to take must follow USP guidelines. This is the only way you can be assured that your tablets or your capsules are dissolving. When you consider taking prenatal vitamins, remember this study. I did obstetrics for the first 21 years of my practice. I actually used to recommend a brand of supplements called Materna. This prenatal vitamin was produced by a pharmaceutical company called Letterly. The year after I quit doing obstetrics, I read an article that appeared on the front page of the USA Today newspaper that shared a lawsuit regarding Materna vitamins. The plaintiff or patient in this case was claiming that her child was born with what we call a neural tube defect because the Materna vitamins had been shown not to dissolve. It is well known in the medical literature that any woman who is considering getting pregnant should be taking vitamins, especially 400 to 1,000 micrograms of folic acid, in order to decrease their risk of their baby being born with what we call a neural tube defect, like spina bifida or hydrocephalus. In this case, this lady was taking Materna before getting pregnant and during her pregnancy, and still had a baby born with a neural tube defect. Again, what good does it do to take vitamins if they do not even dissolve? Therefore, it is critical that you take nutritional supplements that follow USP guidelines.
Ray Strand is a physician who has been involved in a private family practice for over 35 years. The past 15 years, he has focused his practice on nutritional and preventative medicine. He has lectured across the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Malaysia, and is quickly becoming one of the world's leading authorities on nutritional and preventative medicine. Now, here is Dr. Ray Strand.
I have spent the past 2 decades focusing my medical practice on nutritional and preventive medicine. Through research and clinical experience, I have concluded that the root cause of most chronic degenerative diseases is oxidative stress. I learned early on in my research the best way to prevent this deadly process is not through prescription medication, but rather by optimizing the body's natural defense systems with the use of nutritional supplementation. There are a few companies that produce high-quality supplements that meet my standards for quality, completeness, and balance. However, I have personally chosen to recommend the RX nutritional products. Many people would wonder why I, as a physician, would choose to endorse a specific product or company. For me, the answer is simple. By partnering with a company that unequivocally supports my vision of helping people live a healthy life through a unique approach to diet, exercise, and nutritional supplementation, I have the opportunity to reach into the lives of people that I would never be able to impact otherwise. When I chose to join RX, I was embraced by a team of people that are just as passionate about health as I am. RX Corporate has chosen to seek my expertise as they produce and develop their product lines and are committed to producing products that meet the specific nutritional standards I discuss in my book, What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine. RX products are produced in an FDA-registered facility, following pharmaceutical-grade good manufacturing practices, and meet USP guidelines for the quality and dissolution of their capsules. RX has chosen to use only the highest quality ingredients and voluntarily submit their products to third-party testing called NSF certification. Anyone who is familiar with my approach to nutritional medicine will understand that there is no way I could be involved with a company that did not produce their products in this manner. It is my opinion that RX is the nutritional company of the future, and I am proud to be associated with them. Their management staff has treated me with nothing but the greatest level of honesty and integrity. I have personally worked with several of the individuals on the management team for years, and I am excited to be working with them again at RX. The RX vision statement is to unleash the human potential for good. With my clinical experience and RX's determination to be at the top of their industry, I believe that together we will be able to make great strides in the area of nutritional and preventive medicine.